Hi, I'm Hannah Millist, and I am co-founder of Together Digital with my husband John, and we help small businesses like yours grow through smart, joined up digital marketing. Now, some of you may never have heard of SEO before, or you may know very little about it. Terms like metadata, keywords, they can get thrown about by SEO gurus, and it can all sound a bit technical and make you a bit frightened to try anything because you don't want to break your website. However, some of you are probably quietly confident with SEO, you've done it for a bit, but maybe the strategies that you used to use aren't actually having the same impact they once did, particularly since the launch of Google's AI overviews. Whatever stage you're at, hopefully we can help. So in this workshop, SEO in an AI world, we're going to try and cut through the noise and focus on what actually matters right now, especially for small businesses. If you're anything like me, anything you do towards your SEO efforts needs to actually be something that's going to make an impact or actually work towards raising the visibility of your website in a meaningful way. You don't have time to waste. So what I'm going to do is give you a little bit of a sneak preview as to some of the things we're going to cover. So first, we're going to start with the basics. What is SEO? And actually, why does it still matter now that we've got Google AI overviews? Spoiler, it still matters. So SEO starts for search engine optimization, and it's the process of making sure that your website is actually communicating properly with search engines so that you can actually present your website as an option when users search for the services and products that you actually provide. It also includes any of the activities involved in trying to raise the visibility of your website. So, for example, that might be building links to a website, or it might be trying to optimize a page to make it sort of communicate better with search engines. So now what's happened is, since the integration of AI into search engines, particularly Google search, a lot of the techniques that people used to use to try and raise the visibility of their website just don't have the same impact that they did. And this is because AI has changed the way users search and sort of interact with Google search as well. In years gone by, writing loads and loads and loads of blog posts where you're answering like informational queries like what is contract cleaning, for example, would actually work to bring loads of traffic into your website, and that would, make sure you had loads of people on your site and you'd get inquiries. There's a bit more to it than that, but generally that would be one of the big kind of strategies that SEO people would use. But nowadays, users are often typing in very complex search queries and they're much more conversational in tone. Plus, they're not necessarily then clicking through to those websites. Some still are, but often they're not. Instead, they're just looking at the AI overview and they're reading that, and then that's it. They don't visit the site that the information has actually been taken from. And this can have a massive impact on your website traffic and actually can lead to your website just not generating as many inquiries as you want. So with that in mind, what we're going to talk about is what you can actually do to try and make sure that you are generating inquiries through your website. There are very specific things that still actually work, and you tend to have to do more of those things in order to try and generate traffic. So one of the things I would recommend is that you actually focus more on what we call the bottom of the funnel pages on your website. So these might be landing pages for specific locations, or might be pages for specific services. And what I recommend is that you actually build one for every service that you actually provide for your clients on your site, and make sure they're really well optimized. Location pages are fantastic. Even if you don't have a premises where you meet your clients or your customers, by creating location pages, you can actually signal that you work in a particular area. So, for example, I might build one that's optimized around the search term website design Birmingham, for example, even though we're a fully remote agency and we work all over the UK with businesses everywhere. I think one of the next big things that I would recommend is ensure that your keyword is actually placed at the beginning of your meta title. So your meta title is a bit of information that is sent to Google to explain what your web page is about. If you don't know what they are, you can come along to the workshop and I will show you how to actually find out what they are and where to put that information in. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is a piece of advice that's been around for a really long time, but it actually still works really well. Make sure that your keyword is placed at the beginning of your meta title. I'll be explaining loads more strategies in the workshop as well. So don't worry, you don't need to be a professional SEO to enjoy this workshop or to improve your website's visibility. I'm going to walk you through some simple, non-technical ways to optimize your site. So it might be writing better page titles or ensuring that your website's actually mobile friendly. Because I'm also about making helpful content, I love giving away freebies. To cap it all off, we're going to end with a clear, beginner-friendly action plan that you can take away with you, so you've actually got something concrete to work from. Now, I know a lot of small business owners get very overwhelmed when it comes to SEO. There are so many contradictory pieces of advice out there, and some gurus present it in an unnecessarily complex way. This workshop is designed to give you a basic introduction into modern SEO, some simple actions that you can take and sort of take away and actually work on, and clarity about what actually really matters in 2025. You don't need to be techie, you just need to know where to focus, and hopefully that's what we'll cover together. Take care.